Running away from things is definitely not the best or the most suitable approach to life. Well, from a very advanced perspective, the fact that you are currently living this life that you have is more or less a proof of your running away from responsibilities. Now, if we are to shortly dive into what life is, well, not definable because life is beyond the mind. So it will be beyond any meaning that we can constitute. But with the most meaning that words can convey in our spoken languages, life is about experiencing through this universe. It will be about identifying yourself with whatever physical bodies and other types of bodies that you will inhabit throughout your journey, let's call it so. And the point is, this means accumulation, which means karma. It means the formation of a structure which is added again and again and again. The point is, life is one when you re-become one with creation. But when you start from creation's level, you are nothing, and you accumulate things throughout your numerous lifetimes. And the point is, these needs to be dissoluted in order to become one with creation again. So technically, whatever you accumulate in life, you have to simply, um, purge it sooner or later. That is why you simply do not remove the karma in your life. You simply cannot. If you remove the karma in your life, you'll most likely destroy your existence because without your karma, you simply can't exist. And karma has multiple layers and sub-layers, and there's too much to be taken into account for that. It's not just a simple superficial aspect like we Westerners usually think about. So when it comes to life, in life there are responsibilities. Remember that whatever you finish in this life, you'll most likely make your future lives even better, because whatever conflicts, struggles, hatred, and aspects that you solve in this life that have been ruining your life for so long and most likely other lives, well, your further lives will most likely be more important to you afterwards, will be much easier for you afterwards, because we come into life with our own karma. That is why we have our own impulses, because impulses are insubstantiated ideas, are just ideas that we've spent so much importance, so much energy into, but they haven't become realized. The point is, every idea that has not become existent, has not been taken into action, will simply seek to become one with creation. That is why spirituality and the so-called impulse of spirituality exists within us. Because we know there is that state of utter tranquility, that state of being one with creation, that place, or better said, that state where we came from. That is why we will seek this. Any other impulse is something much more primitive, much smaller, and only happens because we've given it too much attention. If we go deep inside, we will see that what we seek is the dissolution of this life. And the dissolution of life means that you'll make your energy vibration much, much greater. That is the aspect of life. Life in the physical body means vibrancy. Most likely beyond that means also a certain type of vibrancy. But this physical body can only hold a certain level of vibration. If your vibration goes beyond that which your physical body can hold, then you will simply leave the physical body because it can no longer hold you. The problem is this may become or feel difficult because many people identify themselves with their physical body, especially if they are born in highly aggressive families, narcissistic families, which make you always feel doubtful, hateful, and all the such. This at times is something that we seek in a way, because we may once be born in such a family, and we may bear so much resentment, because such families make you identify yourself with the body so much, because you're always um, bad, you're always not good enough, you're always this, you're always that, you're always a disappointment. So you easily become acquainted to your body, you become one with the body, which is technically the opposite of where life should go. And the more resentment you build, Your karma craves more of that because you need a certain level of happenings throughout your spiritual existences that they crack you up sufficiently so that you wake up to the true path, that you should stop accumulating that which you have turned into an impulse. Because people who are abused, they make that or are made to accept that as their only reality. So that is why a lot of people nowadays still seek more and more abuse. That is a huge problem. Because with those people, their karma will simply make them want to seek even more and more abuse. So more and more lives, if they're not capable of transcending those karmic cycles, they will come back again. So for example, if you've been the victim of, narcissistic circumstances and families, well, the point is you have to transcend that. Because when you do, you will simply make your future lives much easier. One can simply transcend all the karmic cycles in their life and then, well, most likely finish this game of life. Because to most people, awakening, right, what we seek, the so-called awakening, happens the moment they die. The problem is many people die unconsciously. When someone dies consciously, it means that they consciously choose to leave the body because they know they have finished every little aspect of journeying around, so they can finally leave the physical body in a conscious way. There are procedures that allow this. It is not something that you do necessarily alone. Although if someone becomes advanced enough, they can also do that. Once someone leaves their physical body in a conscious way, most likely and, well, most definitely, their life has been fully transcended. They will simply no longer come back and reincarnate because the cycle of life and death has been finalized. Their aspect of existence is finally linear. In order to exist in a physical body, there is a certain aspect, a curvature, which happens because the curvature is basically time. When you create a curvature in time, it means that basically time appears. And it starts somewhere, and the circle will close. Therefore, time will end for that physicality sooner or later. That is the aspect of physicality. So, when someone leaves their body in a conscious way, this is not suicide. Suicide means destroying the physical body to end your life in a forceful way. And that creates a lot of karma. But when you live life, when you live this physical body in a highly conscious way, there is one simple point. You have transcended the limitations of the physicality. And your existence, your bliss body, or technically that which is not physical within you, or let's call it in a way the soul, but may not be the best word, but let's call it the soul. It is finally free from the trap of reincarnation. Hopefully this video was introspective enough. You are appreciated. Take care. Ferenc Bohort signing out.